Well, happy early Black Friday, everyone. Today is kind of an updated day. We're going to talk about Black Friday deals, early deals that we have curated for you. I'm going to give you some updates on the new studio. Obviously, this is super raw, super blank. And not perfect by any means. But I have made some decisions and some progress. Then I'll answer any questions that you guys have about anything video related. I did do an Instagram story on my raw setup here. You definitely should check that out. It's a little behind the scenes of how I have this set up. Marco says, love the purple, fantastic. And the Barry says, it's not about who's in first, but wait, I think it is. So how are you guys? Check in. Let me know where you are watching from. I am paying attention. We've got David in Eastern Tennessee. Nice to see you. French press in the house. Michael. Stuart. Bonnie. Oh, I'm so glad that you got to tune in today. I hope everything is okay on your end. All right, so we've got, a ton of stuff to cover today. I thought, first of all, I do want to check in terms of you guys telling me where you're watching from, of course, always. But I also want to make sure that the audio sounds okay. You will hear some noises. Obviously, I'm super raw still in this space. I do have some boxes that I've gotten. My boxes have arrived of all studio gear and, some clothes, but I haven't unpacked anything. The only thing I unpacked was this light right here. That, like, this morning I scrambled and I just had to get something, because these walls, as I say, I kind of show you in the Instagram story, these walls are kind of sagey green, I guess, in person, but on camera, puke green. So I was like, I have to do something. And so anyway, it's always fun for me to show you all how I do super raw setups, right? Like, I mean, obviously this doesn't look great, but it's decent enough. The light on my face, not perfect, but decent enough, right? And so I always want to encourage you, especially around the holidays, when you're traveling, when you're with family, when things are going awry in your schedule, that it's really important to still be able to still go live, still do a video, still connect with your audience. Now, I definitely am not saying don't take time off. Absolutely pro time off, pro taking the time for yourself. But it's also really vital for you to be able to still connect with your audience despite not having it perfect and not having a perfect setup. So I always want to encourage you. That's why I share behind the scenes stuff like I did this morning on Instagram. So definitely, check that out and be ready to rock and roll regardless of what is happening, regardless of whether you have your perfect, amazing gear or not. But speaking of gear, we are definitely going to dive into some gear today. Hopefully get you some good deals. I've gotten some good deals on gear myself. Shh, don't tell anyone. 34 degrees in Western Iowa. I am glad to be in California now, apparently. Joining from the Phoenix, Arizona. I didn't know you were in Phoenix. Amazing. 70 degrees at the beach in North Carolina. Love it. Oh, man. I love how, I asked you to check in where you're watching from, and everybody's talking about the actual temperature where you are. Yes, Renee, I painted the walls purple. I hope you're okay with that. The light changed the wall color to stylish gray on your monitor. Yeah, it's a blue, but because it's heading off on a green, and this is a really important thing to talk about. In fact, I was actually just talking to one of my students and clients about this. The fact that the color of the wall matters, right? And so actually, no, I was talking to Trace Dominguez about this. Actually, I had so many calls yesterday. So the color of the wall matters because the color of the light that you're pointing at, you can see it's actually a much darker blue than what you're seeing here on camera. It affects, right? Like color reflecting on color is going to change the output of the color. So that's something to really consider. Obviously, when I get my studio built, I am not going to be using this color wall at all. Like just don't have anything, but I'm going to give you a update on what I have actually decided. Well, some of the things I've decided. It's going to be 79 here today. Wow. All right. So let's start with some deals for you. We have launched our early Black Friday deals. Everything in our store is 30% off. So as you know, we have the templates and overlays that you can get for making your live streams and video productions even more professional. I don't know why I'm using this black template. I think I screwed something up and just never fixed it. These actually look way better. You can get the cool like backgrounds. You can get customizable templates that actually you can change your color to make it your brand's color. You can change the font, the text, all of that. Ecamm, vMix, OBS, EVMux, all of it. So that's something that we just launched this morning. So go take advantage of that. No, that's not what is happening. But also, while my computer is not doing what I'm asking it to, this is the Google Doc that we're going to share with you in the chat room. And sorry, my team is chatting and asking questions. I'm going to come back to your chats here in a second. But while I'm here on the screen, this is the Google Doc where we are as a team curating deals that we're seeing across Amazon, B&H, and anywhere else so that you can get the best deals for your money. Don't just buy, I have this conversation with you every time. Don't just buy anything just because it is a deal. Please, ask me. And today is the perfect time for you to ask. And I'll be live on Friday as well when, of course, I'm expecting new deals to arise. But if you are looking at a deal and thinking, oh my gosh, I don't know, this is not something Luria has ever talked about, please do go ahead and just come on a live stream, ask, and I can tell you if it's a waste of your money or a good deal for you. So we've got tons of stuff in here. Go grab those. It's easier than you searching around, right? And we're trying to make it really, really, really easy on you. So Paul Dixon says this. I know, Paul. I know. I was looking at that. I was like, Paul is cringing right now. If you're not familiar with the magical Mr. Paul Dixon, he is the person responsible for the entire graphics and templates store. So you can get his creations. He charges a lot of money to do custom graphics. And you could hire him, but he's not always available. And he doesn't take on a lot of clients. So this is actually the best way to get the magical Mr. Paul Dixon designs right here on our store, livestreamingpros.com/store. And he's not going to let me get away with a black background in the future. So there we go. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to get into my update really quick. Please do start putting Q's in front of your question if you have questions about deals that you're thinking about but aren't sure about. If you have just general questions about video or streaming, I don't know, you're in charge of that. You are in charge of that. 1% off probably. Michael, are Ecamm and Epidemic Sound still your favorite tools for what they do on a Mac, either having Black Friday deals that you know of? So, good question. So, Epidemic Sound is still my favorite music, copyright-free music licensing platform. My team will tell us if my team will tell us if there is an Epidemic Sound Black Friday. I have not seen one yet. And that is cross-platform though. That's not Mac only. Ecamm, of course, is Mac only. Generally speaking, they do tend to do one, but it tends to also be for new customers. So pay attention coming soon, maybe. Let's see. Let's give a quality update on the studio here. All right. So last week, y'all joined me and I showed you kind of around. I'm not gonna take the camera around right this second because I have everything propped up on each other at the moment. But you can check out my Instagram story for the behind the scenes of this horrible, very shaky, very flimsy setup for this stream, but I think you'll agree, not terrible given the circumstances, having everything in boxes. So I do have the boxes. I've started bringing the boxes up to this room, have not unpacked anything except for this one light. Everything else I had kind of with me in a bag that I carry. A go bag of gear. But here's the thing with the studio. So now this could change, but I have decided to take over this entire room. And you guys were asking like last week, is Renee and I, are we going to share a studio space? And I was talking about different possibilities. So we need 2 studios in this house. I, in my studio, need a couple of different use cases for it. So, thank you, Kurt. I'm taking over this room. and he is going to the other little space that I talked about that we have available to us that we can turn into a studio. So we're going to have totally, completely separate studios, which is, I think, going to work out really, really well. I reserve the right to change my mind if, as we're setting everything up, that's not working out. Okay, so actually, maybe I will. Okay, real quick. Great question, Roderick. Okay, hold on. I'm coming to you. I'm gonna. Okay, so let me see if I can do this without killing everything. Okay, so I'm thinking that the like kind of my test station and my bold video bundle station will be kind of here, and then over here in this kind of corner, these 2 walls that I have available to me. Let's see if I can get it posted back in its spot. Then this will be kind of the main station for my main studio. And the bold video bundle setup that I use to demo a simple yet professional studio, because you know my main setup is going to have like a bazillion different cameras in it, but I always like to have a simple professional that doesn't take up a lot of space or isn't a ton of cameras. And my test station will be over there. The background of those 2 things will be looking at, hopefully, the main video space. So that would be a cool, like a little behind the scenes kind of action at the main studio. So that's kind of what I'm planning. And I'm hoping that that works out. It's a 10 by 12-ish area. And I've got some weird wonky things that I showed you last week to worry about. But in terms of backgrounds, It will, I'm really thinking kind of a textured wall, like a textured 3D panel wall. I may do something like I had in my studio before. I'm still working on that. Right now, I'm just trying to find a good studio desk. Kind of, um, kind of, like, what was I saying? I totally looked at comments and totally lost track of my thoughts. Anyway, the desk. I'm trying to figure out a desk that looks really good and is not. It's a standing desk, but it has a solid base, not a sturdy base, but a solid wall of base so that I can hide cables in it. I don't want that look of the like openness of all of the messy cables. So that's what I'm trying to find right now. I'm having a damn difficult time finding it. But in terms of backgrounds, Roderick says, should your walls be textured or smooth for YouTube videos? I'm going to paint my wall a darker color. What color would you suggest? So, Roderick, I would highly recommend watching the video on this channel about the background color of your videos. I go in depth about it. I show you how I used to do my colored walls. It was a photography backdrop, but you can use the same information to paint your walls. And that wall color that is really, really solid for video purpose is Thunder Gray. And so you might see people like post in the comments about Thunder Gray because that's something we talk about a lot here. And so I would highly recommend that. In terms of textured versus smooth, it's a personal preference, really. Smooth will give you the smoothest background to really do anything you want in that space, where you put like what color, like the color that you put on there, the things, the items in the background that you put in there. Then if you have a textured wall, the light that you point at it is going to be a little more playful, if you will, right? So it could go either way. And you can try either, but it depends on if you want like a flat surface or if you want that kind of playful in the background that's going to have a little shadow here and there. Yes, Renee gets the little room. By the way, speaking of, he's going to be live later today from I don't know where, but he's going to be live for the first time in like 3 years. So you guys can watch that on his channel. Boxes, progress. That is definitely progress for sure. 10 by 12 cozy, definitely more cozy than I had before, right? That beautiful custom desk you had for your old apartment didn't make the trip. It did not. And I'm kind of regretting not bringing it, yet at the same time, it was way too big for this space. It would not have worked. It would have really severely limited my capabilities in this space to do what I want here. So as I'm shopping for a desk, I'm like, I really want my desk bag, but I also know that is just not the right thing. The type of desk isn't in style. It can always place plywood. I know. Like I could do some hacks, but I don't want to do some hacks. I know I've had that before, Kevin, and the amount of cables that I have to do custom cable management because like in my last place, I had 9 cameras. The Vivo cable management system just is not going to handle that. I've done it before. And I appreciate all your recommendations, like send them all my way. And Kathleen, your tech coach, actually came up with some interesting concepts, interesting ideas yesterday for me. So I'm kind of working into it, kind of working my way through those decisions. If you buy a place with textured wall, decision made. Maybe that's just me. There you go. Hello. Smaller is better. Focus on the content and not the studio. Yeah. Well, I have to have a studio, Rory. I do. Larry has just a couple cables, just a couple cables. Is that interesting or interesting? Both. But it did open up some ideas for me for sure. Okay, so Black Friday. That's my kind of update on the studio. I'm taking this over. I don't know if he's showing you his space today or not, but when he goes live. But this is going to work out incredibly well. I'm just speaking it out there incredibly well. The whole plan that I have, I'm sure of it. And I know that there will be bumps in the road, and I will share all of it as it comes, so that you can get ideas for and understand the processes that we all go through, right? For sure. Okay. So let's talk about Black Friday. As I said, you have access to this Google Doc where we are curating tons of deals for you. So go in and make sure that you have anything that you're needing in your studio, you have access to right here. If you have a question today about something that is on discount and you're not sure about, it's a brand you've never heard of, et cetera, or you're not sure if it'll fix the problem that you have, now is the time to ask. This is 30% off our entire store of graphics and templates and animations. And so you will get 30% off here. So go get that. Now I will give you a little bit of a tease, go ahead and pay attention later this week, because I have a couple more deals for you between me and my partners. Wink, wink, wink. I can't really wink. I think I look weird when I wink. Do I? Do I look like my whole face is going in convulsions? I'm not sure. There is, correct. There's never any shortage of bumps in the road when setting up a new studio or loading a new app or anything in life, for sure. All right, so if you want, we can kind of go through Amazon and take a quick look, or here some of these. So if you are not the Go 9, here is what, 21% off. If you are not plugged in with your pro camera, your Sony, your Canon, whatever, if you are not plugged into a dummy battery, and I have a video on this channel about what a dummy battery is and does in depth, but essentially it plugs into the wall so that you don't have to charge your batteries and it doesn't give up on you while you're live or recording. This is now the time to do that because you're getting it for 21% off. All right, let's see what else we've got. The Wave 3, 27% off. By the way, the prompter is also off. So the prompter, you do have to go to, let me see where I put that. Here, the Elgato prompter. This one, if you have been thinking about the Elgato prompter, you actually get a free key light mini and 30% off from here. You do need to go to the Elgato website, and all of these links are affiliate links, by the way. And you just know, like, always know that I am only putting stuff in there that we trust, that we recommend, that is going to be a good purchase for you. Let's see. So you have to scroll down to the prompter and then you can add it to the cart to get that discount. But you get a little key light, so you can use that on the go. You can use that for extra lighting in your studio, anything like that. So that's a good buy for sure. And again, if you have any questions, go ahead and put those in now. The Manfrotto friction arm. So these are, I talk about this in a video that I talk about my favorite mounting solution. Now in my bold video bundle, I go with the simplest and easiest mounting solution possible, which is a desk mount. This actually lets you get more creative, more professional, more control with being able to move things around, place it in a different way, get kind of funky, like this arm kind of like moves all around. So they feel expensive, but let me tell you, they're worth the buy. And you will see as I build this video studio here, how I use them. And I will be showing you all of the things that I'm doing. Now, these lights, I'm a big fan of. We've started using, excuse me, we've started using these in some of our studio builds for smaller spaces. So I know that, you know, the big domes like I have in my studio, which you will see as I rebuild, or if you saw them before, they can be so large and take up so much space. But these are actually, you see, it's called the mini. These are actually much smaller. And the power of them isn't as wide, right? It's not going to give you as much coverage, but they're actually working really well. So I am looking forward to showing these off to you and how you can use them in your studio. Hint, I did grab a couple to show you how they actually work and will be good for you. Roy says, what do I need? It's a good question. I feel like I have great stuff for everything, but I thought about getting the Rode Wireless Pro as it can be used with the Streamer X and also with my phone. Yeah. So let's see. Is that on mics? I'm just looking to see. Is the Rode Wireless on? Okay, let me say, and then I'll look. So the Rode Wireless Pro is what I'm using right now. Let me show you. It comes in two of these little cases, which is much bigger than the kind of alternatives, and it comes with this little charging station, which is really nice. And so you just put the transmitter and the two transmitters and the receiver in here. And then you can see in the back, it charges if you have charged your case, which apparently I haven't. I do have a problem with charging devices. This is why I like set it and forget it setups. But anyway, you like have this little awesome travel charging case, and it works so well and so easily. I will say this, it is, in terms of usage and setup, the Rode Wireless Pro is the easiest one I have ever used on the market, and I have like a bazillion wireless mics. It's the easiest to get the best sound. It's the easiest to just start using in whichever format you want, on your phone, on your computer, on your camera. So I think that is a great buy if you need a wireless mic for sure. And you're wanting to do more phone and vlog stuff, yeah, for sure. Okay, let me go and see actually if the Rode Wireless Pro. It's not on Black Friday. Oh, that's disappointing. Okay, well, so here's what I would say. I'm just looking at the different ones. Now, I have not used these. I need to get them for review or get them in my hands somehow. The HoloLens, people are raving about. I haven't tried them myself yet, but I do I do know that a lot of people are like, oh my God, these are amazing. So that might be a good buy if you're looking for a different version, for sure. Okay, so the Neewers, I do believe I have those. I haven't tried them. I have so many wireless mics that I haven't even opened the box on. The problem is like this is why I need a test station, right? Because the people like send me stuff and I'm like, I don't have time to adjust all of the things. I've been traveling so much, but I will be getting all of that stuff out and putting things to the test as well. How much heat do the umbrella lights give off? Not like nothing to speak of. You can get, so there are like soft box lights that do give off heat, but you're not. Hold on, let me just pull this up and see if I can show you. If I don't know if it has it on it. Hold on, I'm just gonna pull that up. I'll pull that up. Here we go. Okay, let me show you this. So maybe I'll do a video about this. This is actually a really good question, Bonnie. But you'll notice, like, when you see LED light, that's not going to have the heat. I'm going to try and find just totally randomly. See, most things are going LED right now. Like when you have, that is not, I'm looking for kind of like what I would consider kind of an old school one. See, these are LED. I'm going to do, I'm going to put this on the list to do a video about, because I don't even know if I have. Here we go. So when you see bulb, right? These work off these bulbs right here. Those are the ones that's going to produce more light or heat versus LED. So I wanted to kind of find the difference there for you visually. And so you can almost guarantee that you're not going to have a lot of heat, like some, yeah, but LEDs are really the key for the removal of heat. Okay, let's see. Next question. Hold on, I'm just scrolling real quick. Oh, there you go. In terms of the mics, the HoloLens are fantastic. You're enjoying those. Okay. I'm coming back to all of your questions. I got to scroll up. Okay. Shark says, what do you recommend for an overhead light? I need something to light me up but won't create a blinding shine off my somewhat thinning head, essentially bald head. So you're not alone. So when you say overhead light, I go, ee! This is why. And so what I think you're saying is hair light. And so if that's the case, I kind of want to kind of talk about the difference just in case, just to make sure that we're on the same page. So Shark, you're saying, like, what about an overhead light? So there's a difference between overhead light that is kind of like right above you that shines down and creates shadows, and you get like these really bad like lines under, or dark circles under you, your nose shadows go crazy. And so that's like, if I don't have overhead lights in this room, but if I did, I would turn those on and show you what I mean. But those are kind of the typical, like, just ceiling lights that we all have in our house. When I think what you're asking more is a hair light. And the hair lights we want to position back behind us and pointing towards us, right? So we want it to actually kind of fill this area. And that's what we call a hair light. For even bald heads, we still call it a hair light. And that is all, it's not necessarily about the type of light. It is about the angle and height of it. So play around with how you have yours positioned. I'm not sure which one you're using, but I can show you one of the ones that we've used in our studio builds, which is, so you could, hold on. I mean, you could use something like the Elgato key light for that and just mount it properly, mount it back there. And you could also use something like, I'm looking for it, this one. This we've used for this purpose in some of our custom studio builds that we offer as a service. And these are super flat. I mean, let's see, these are like, they're flexible LEDs. So they're tiny, flat. They don't take up a lot of space. So they're perfect for that overhead light, that light that is used as a hair light, because often you don't have a lot of space to mount it. Otherwise it gets in the frame, right? So that's an option for you, but you can, Amaran is a little bit more of an expensive buy, but so worth it. If you're looking for something less expensive, you can go with the Newars or the Newars that we have on the Google Doc. And you can do really cool things. I have tips like this inside of our Bold Video bundle. And I also, inside of our Entrepreneurs Video Club, can recommend very specific things for you to do for your setup. But generally speaking, you can do things like soften that with parchment paper or wax paper. Just attach that to whatever light you have if it's creating too much harshness on your head. So those are always some fun little tricks to play around with. Hopefully that helps. Let me know. Yeah, no luck on the Rode Wireless Pro yet. So we will be keeping our eye on Black Friday deals and Cyber Monday deals as the week moves on. Of course, they do all of these like early Black Friday deals. Friday, I'm expecting a whole lot more to come out. How would you suggest streaming if you don't have a desk, like I'm just on my laptop on my lap? Totally fine. Here's what I want you to do. So if you are using like any of the new MacBooks or anything like that, like I have done streams using their camera and their mic, and people are like, you're using a professional setup? I'm like, no, I'm not. So that is actually really cool to know, that you can get really great light or really great video and really great audio. It's not the best, of course. It doesn't offer you any control, but it's a great place to start if this is where you are. The one thing that I would encourage you to do is not put it on your lap, but instead grab a coffee table and some boxes. Like you saw my boxes earlier. I have boxes from my move galore. So hold on. I have like random boxes, right? That I have lying around. And so what I do, I've used this one because of the height of it for a lot of things. What I do is actually, like I do this in hotel rooms or anything else. I'll take this and I'll put my laptop on top of it, on top of a coffee table or a desk or anything like that. And then you're getting the camera to your eye level, which is gonna instantly increase the professional look and feel of what you're achieving. And so what you're trying to avoid is that up the nose shot because that's not flattering on anyone. Hopefully that helps. Do you like any drop mics? What do you mean by drop mics, Paul? Tell me what I don't know what you mean by drop mics, to be honest. Thank you for the congrats though. DJI wireless mic, everybody loves as well. I have just been so happy with these Rode Wireless Pros. Like I'm in love with them, to be honest. Like, because I deal with so much tech, when I say I'm in love with a product, that I have found something that really truly makes me happy. Like the Stream Deck, these mics, yeah, so. Ha ha ha. I totally hear you on that, Bonnie. That is so true, right? Okay, let's see. I'm scrolling down. If you're just joining us, I gave you an update on the studio. This is obviously not my studio. Well, it was my studio space. And I gave you an update on where I am with the move and unpacking my gear and setting up. By the way, I didn't finish that update, just so you know. I have 2 trips coming up, well, 3 trips coming up in the next 2 months. Yeah, this travel just isn't stopping. But I have 3 trips coming up in the next 2 months, maybe more trips beyond that as well. And so that is going to definitely delay this process of setup. But when I'm here, I am going to go to town to try and get everything set up as quickly as possible and create as much content around it for you as possible. Yeah, for sure. I love it. That is why I'm here. Ask all the questions. Use the language that you use. I want you to feel comfortable here just saying like, this is what I'm trying to accomplish. This is what I know. And I will help you through all of that. Like, I really appreciate when you guys show up and are not timid to ask those questions. Okay, will there perhaps be an affiliate? I mean, I can give you an affiliate link for the ZVE10 Mark II. I can't, I don't, if it's not in the doc, then it's not on Black Friday sale. My guess is that it won't go on Black Friday sale, but if you want it, we can certainly provide you a link if you want. All right. This is a great question too, Roderick. How far from the wall should you and the desk be? I'm new at all of this and I'm using a webcam, the Logitech 4K Pro. Fantastic. We love to see you start where you are. I am a fan of imperfect action. And getting going, right? And not letting that stop you from creating. I'm also a fan of having a goal to get that professional look and feel. And that can be done incredibly simply, incredibly easy, and not for a ton of money either. And that's what I teach in my Bold Video Bundle program, if that's of interest to you, to get that step-by-step walkthrough. That being said, you can, the Logitech webcam is going to give you a really kind of wide angle. And so keeping in mind how far you are from the wall, what we don't want is for you to be right up against the wall. So when you're right up against the wall, I'm going to go back here and see, let's see. So you can kind of see, like without me zooming in, I'm like right up against the wall. See how I blend, I'm screaming, I have the mic right here, Luria. See how I blend in to the environment? But when I step out a few feet, then I'm the center focus and the wall is an accessory to the video. And so the more depth that you can get, the more interesting of a video angle that you can achieve. That being said, it doesn't have to be a lot, but the key here, regardless of the camera that you're using, is to actually get a light and light the backdrop. And that doesn't have to be a colored light like this is. I'm using a colored light because my wall color sucks in this new place. For video, it's fine in person, but in video, it's just like, it's terrible. So you can get a light in between you and the wall. That's what we call separation. And when I say we, I'm talking in the industry term, that's separating yourself from the wall, from the background. And that is going to be the key difference in making it look like good, versus you just kind of sinking back into the backdrop. Hopefully that makes sense. Let me know if you have any follow-up questions. But to give you a direct answer to that, because there are a lot of nuances, right? Like sometimes you just got to work with what you got. And so if you can get at least a few feet away, that's definitely going to be ideal. If you're right up against it, then there are some tricks that you can use, like the light that I said, but also the type of background that you use. You could put some 3D panels back there, like I'm thinking about doing in here. You could do a colored backdrop like I used to use. I have a video on a backdrop on my channel that you might want to watch as well, because those types of things you can do with less space. Okay, that's actually a really good video. Kathleen, can you make a note of this? A video on like what types of backgrounds for the amount of space you have could be a really interesting video if I could pull it off. Would that be helpful to y'all? Give me a yes or no in the comments. Okay, thank you. Yes, that did help. I used to go live on my phone on TikTok, but I've been wanting to stream some games on my Mac, so I'm definitely going to try that. Thank you. Awesome. I love it. Good luck and keep us updated. Keep coming back. Keep coming back. Keep us updated. This community is the best community on the internet, and are super, super supportive of you. Oh, drop mics. Okay, okay. Like literally dropping from the ceiling. Okay. Yeah. I mean, in the theater, like, that's a specific kind of mic that they tend to use for that, in my understanding. I'm not a theater expert, but it's kind of the same idea as a shotgun that I was using in my old studio, Paul. And so I love them. I like that. But I mount mine more pointed directly at me versus dropping it, overhead. I know that they use that same kind of concept in movies productions, right? Where the grip is holding that mic. It's the same kind of concept. But I'm not too familiar with exactly what types of mics theater uses, just so I wouldn't be able to speak to that, specific thing. Nikki, yes, I am using the Rode Wireless Pros. That's the camera or the mic that I'm using. There you go. All right. Oh, dude, I thought I was getting coffee. I just realized I didn't have coffee. I'm a little upset now. Guess who's crossed over to Mac? This girl, Marianne. Woo woo. Kathleen will be very sad to hear that. I hope it's going well for you. Are you enjoying it? Are you using the Ecamm or what? Okay, BF deal, not necessary for the Sony ZV-E10. I was prepared to buy, but if it helps you out with an affiliate purchase, I'm happy to do that. Well, thank you. All right. So here's what some people do. You can actually, you can go to livestreamingpros.com/setup and click any link from that page. Okay, so here's the deal. I need to undo this. So I go into Do Not Disturb when I'm live, but I have a sisters group, because why wouldn't we? Where all of us talk together, and because I'm one of 4, but they're on like, well, I always think like, what if there's an emergency? And so they're on my get through Do Not Disturb list, but I got to take them out because like they can go nuts. Does anybody have family group chats like that? I'm like, I got to pull you guys out of Do Not Disturb pull through, because then you just go crazy and everybody's chatting. Okay. Next question. Aw. Thank you. I love to have new family members and friends around here. Okay. Yes. Okay, those questions. No comment. What was the thing? Oh, different types of backgrounds for the space. Okay. Kathleen, I'm sure, is texting that to me right now. If not, please do, because I'm going to forget. All right. Let me just see if I missed any questions. Yes. Marianne says, yes, on Ecamm. Been going back, watching your vids on it. Have gone live on it 3 times now. Very addictive. Yes. I'm so proud of you. So happy for you. I know that I've been crazy busy traveling, and I have not been consistent on YouTube. I am so looking forward to getting this studio set up in between all my upcoming travel and getting some really important videos out the door to me. Like, I have a list of really important videos that I want to get out the door to you guys. And I cannot wait to get those there. If you all have anything that you're struggling with, these Q&As are always a great place to come to ask those questions live. Also know that if you want deeper dive personal suggestions on your setup, on your tech, on your camera presence, all of that. That's what we cover inside of our Entrepreneurs Video Club that you can grab into. And we have weekly coaching calls where you can ask really personalized questions that I can actually see what you've got going on and say, no, fix this, do this. How about this thing? And don't forget that this is going to continually get updated. The Black Friday doc. You can get 30% off through Cyber Monday on all overlays and templates. And look for an email because I have some new updated promos coming your way as well later this week. But go ahead and grab those 30% off for anything that you might like these animated 3D emoji packs. Like, I freaking love these things. This is my favorite one, that mind blown emoji. Boom. You can get that for 30% off. You can get so much fun stuff to really engage with your audience. So enjoy that. Okay, coming back to comments. Francois stumbled upon your channel a few months ago. You won't believe how it enabled me, a techno geek CEO. Big shout out. Boom. That is like the best to hear. Thank you so very much for even saying that. I'm so glad. Like, that is what I am here to do, is enable you to go be your fantastic, amazing self and have the impact in the world that you are here to have. So thank you so much. And I really appreciate you showing up here. The only do not disturb pull through I have is my wife, because I'm not stupid. That's fair. I have one with my 5 daughters, so I can relate. Oh boy. Let's see. Coming in with, David, Callie isn't here. She's actually on vacation. She's doing Thanksgiving early. And then I'm doing Thanksgiving properly, but I love Ecamm. I've been going live weekly, and yesterday's was the best so far. As long as it gets better with each one, it's progress. Simply, Tasha, I never saw you correct me last time I asked you to correct me if I'm saying it wrong, so please do. But I love this mentality. Everyone in chat, listen up. Like, this is a fantastic mental state to be in. As long as, things are doing a little, like, one thing is better, and soon you are rocking and rolling. It is progress. And also, sometimes, occasionally, things will feel like it went backwards. That's okay too, because that's how you learn, along with everything progressing very slowly, one thing at a time. But I love your mindset here. All right. Let's see. Currently using the original, the 16 to 50 lens that came with my CVE 10 for live streaming. Any suggested upgrades or changes? Yeah. So let me show you what I prefer. And I don't believe they're on Black Friday deals. But I'll show you which ones I like. The ZV, sorry. Brain. See, I don't have my coffee. What is my brain to do? Saying that 30 millimeter lens. So the 30 or the 16 are two really good lenses for that camera. And these are prime lenses, which are higher quality. It is one lens focal length versus that 16 to 50 that you have where you could adjust it, zoom in and out. So that's my kind of go-to, or the 16 mil. And if you go to our channel, no, not that. And you search on our channel somewhere here. Pros 16 millimeter lens. There we go. This is way too close of images for me, but this video right here actually shows you the different comparison of 3 different lens choices. So that would be a great video to watch. Why does it keep doing this to me? No, I don't want to quit. Oh, I almost quit on you guys. Whoops, I almost ended the stream entirely. All right, so that's a good video to watch, but depending on how wide you want the background to look, that's how you make the decision. Do I have any videos on how you prepare for your videos? On the content side, I get nervous doing videos. Yeah, so, I mean, I've done tons of training on this. I don't know that there's any current videos on my YouTube channel about the content preparation. However, I do have a video on YouTube and a paid training on prompter. And like, so if you're using a prompter at all or a script, that's a tool. Those are tools out there available for you. If you come into the Entrepreneur Video Club, then that's something that we talk about in depth. And we do have content that, you know, we kind of walk through on that side of things. So I find, this is the trick that I have with my channel. I find that people want the gear on my channel. And so I don't do a ton of this type of video, even though I love to talk about it. That's why I kind of have it in our membership and our programs more so than I do on this channel, just because it doesn't seem to perform as well. But I'm kind of working through some ideas there as well. But I will say this, let me give you just a quick breakdown of my thoughts on this topic. If you're nervous doing videos and you're not feeling prepared, Roderick, what I want you to do is ask yourself, as you kind of bullet point the content, right? So the first thing that you do is say, what is the main one win takeaway from this video that I want the viewer to achieve? What is that one takeaway? Not know all the things about the topic that they could ever know. That's not going to serve them or you well. But find one win, one takeaway. What is that? Then from there, bullet point that out. What are the main points that people need to know about this topic? Or what do you want to say about that topic? So bullet point all of that out, then review those bullet points. And as you're reviewing it, ask yourself these 3 questions. What does the audience want to know? What does the audience need to know? They may not know that they need to know it. And what does the audience not need to know? And that is the most important of those 3 questions that you can ask yourself as you're reviewing those bullet points, because you can really start to remove information, which doesn't sound helpful, but it is incredibly powerful and impactful for the way you create your video. So that's like the best, like super quick, punchy advice that I can give you in this format. But hopefully that helps you. Try go on and do that in your next video. See how that works for you. And then also just release yourself from perfection. That will help you kind of release those nerves. Press, you're so sweet. If you're new here, consider subscribing. If you do any kind of video work at all, Luria and the community are the best, always supportive, never shaming or ridiculing, no matter the question. Thank you so very much. That is so, so sweet of you. Taisha. Okay, Taisha. Wait, Taishush. Okay. I think I got that. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best. Sha. Okay, that's what I was wondering. Okay, you corrected yourself. So Taisha. Okay, thank you. All right. Perfect. You're gonna go watch that. If you're currently using a kit lens, yes, thank you for bringing that up. I was thinking about I should say that in my head, but didn't actually say it out loud. Note how zoomed in you are, and that's going to help you pick your best prime lens. So if you have that zoom lens, look at the different backgrounds, different angles of different lengths on that lens that you have. And like Paul is saying, that will help you pick the prime lens. All right. Am I stressing over the studio build or excited or a mixture? Oh, I'm super excited about it. I'm a little stressed just because of time, because I'm continuing this pattern that I've been in months of being at home for like 1 to 2 weeks and being on the road, and then coming back for 1 to 2 weeks and being on the road, coming back and being on the road. So it just is a little stressful from that perspective, but that's it, just because I want it done. And I know that I also have to do all my client work and make sure my students are taken care of and create YouTube videos even while it's not finished. It's all coming from excitement. I'm super excited about it. It's just a little like, how am I going to get everything I need to get done? So yeah. I just hopped on and that was so good. I'm guessing you hopped on during the content preparation conversation. Thank you. I'm glad that was super helpful. Yay. Okay. You guys, it is top of the hour. So we are going to wrap this baby up. Hopefully next week. Well, I know next week because I'm traveling for the next week. So I do have, I don't know if I can tell you about it yet, but I do absolutely have a cool training, public training. I don't know if I can say anything about it yet. Next Wednesday, plan to be live with me next Wednesday, the 4th at 10 a.m. Pacific. Plan to be live with me for something that I think you're really gonna dig. It's not on my channel. Actually, it may be on my channel, I'm not sure yet. But I'm doing a collab doing an event, speaking at an event that I think you guys are gonna really dig and enjoy. So, yes, I know. We're gonna have credits, we're gonna have dance outs, we're gonna do it all once I get my act together. Thank you all so much for the great questions. Don't forget about our Live Streaming Pro store graphics and templates. 30% off early Black Friday. We've got some new stuff coming for you later this week as well. Also, all of the Black Friday curated deals on that Google Doc that you will enjoy throughout the week. We're updating that daily. You guys rock. Thank you so much. Great questions today. And I will see you next week. Probably just Wednesday. I will probably be on a plane on Tuesday, I just realized. So just plan for next week's live to be next Wednesday with me as I do a presentation with a collaboration that I'm doing. All right. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye. Enjoy. Oh, and oh my God. Happy Thanksgiving. Because that's in 2 days. I'm incredibly grateful for you all. I can't even believe that didn't even cross my mind to talk about. I do know it's a holiday. I am super, super incredibly grateful for all of you. So I do want that to go being said. Yeah. Oh yeah. And I'll be live on Friday. Okay. At least somebody's keeping me on track. I don't know. Yes, if you use vMix, I didn't know if we could say it. You look for very new things very soon, very soon. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Enjoy your holidays. Be grateful and love on your families and friends. Okay, bye.